everybody, it's Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. So happy to be with you today. Can you believe it's May 1st? Like, how did this even happen? Like, literally, I feel like it was just Christmas. It's crazy how fast time goes now. But I wanted to talk to you a little bit before we started making our card of the day. I hope that you really liked it. I think it's pretty beautiful. And, I've been having a lot of fun with the Remarkable, set You're Remarkable. I hope that you have enjoyed it, and maybe it was something you didn't consider when you saw it in the online store, and now it's something that you may be interested. And if you do purchase it, I would appreciate it if you got it from my online store. That would be amazing. Anyway, if you don't know, there's a new Stampin' Rewards program, and you need to opt in because you want free money. So they're going to give you 10% back of every dollar that you spend before shipping and tax, and it gets banked into a little account on your online store site. So if you go to my online store and you purchase from me, and you have a online account where you log in with your password and username, then you order from me. That store will hold 10%. So if you spend $100, you'll get $10 the next time you go to buy towards your next order. So it's really awesome. I'm so excited about it. It's so much better than the old host program, which was like completely old and antiquated. This is so awesome, and I love that I can shop and earn and redeem and repeat. It is such a great idea. But to make it even better, tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday, they are doing double points. So if you place an order in my online store on Friday or Saturday, you're going to earn 20% of whatever you buy. So $20 on $100. It's going to be amazing. I'm so excited about double points. Okay, so 2 times the rewards for 2 days only, May 2nd and 3rd. So exciting. All right. If you're not a crew member, join my crew. It is so fun and easy. You get 6 ideas every month with 1 stamp set, bundle, or suite. You can choose to purchase it or not. You could use what you have with the ideas, but I give you 6 ideas every single month. It's $7.99 a month, and we really have a good time. We also have a Facebook group that I do color challenges and sketch challenges with, which I've been kind of lax since I switched over to this monthly, but I'm going to start doing those again. I have had requests from people that they want them back, so back they will come. And what I'll probably do is send emails out more frequently, not just once a month, and they'll have the color challenge, the sketch challenge, and then you'll get your monthly cards is how I'm going to run that. So just so that you're aware, join the crew. It's amazing. All right. Card Fiesta, yes, this Saturday, Card Fiesta. Be there or be square. 12 o'clock is when we get there and eat, and 12:30 we start stamping. We're there till about 3:30, and we have a really great time, so come join us. And if you're coming to Card Fiesta and you haven't told me, please let me know in the comments of this video that you are coming, or email me or text me. All right, let's talk about Paper Pumpkin Mountain Majesties. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous cards. You're going to get 9 cards, 3 each, 3 designs, vellum and paper pieces, watercolored card bases, and coordinating envelopes. And then the vellum pieces are for layering and sentiments. It's tailored toward men, but I think that it works for anybody who loves the outdoors. Super excited about it, actually. And I love nature cards, so I think this one's going to be stunning, and I can't wait to get it. And if you are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber and don't have the add-on, what are you waiting for? Grab the coordinating add-on dies. You get 4 dies, $12. They're pretty awesome. I love that one has the word hugs, because I always say that a card is a paper hug. And so I love that it says hugs on there. The label is really beautiful for lots of sentiments. And then, of course, you have your flower and leaf die. So get that. 166238 is the item number, $12. You can get that in my online store if you're a Paper Pumpkin subscriber. I can't wait to see the May kits. I don't have them yet. I think Tuesday is the day that they will go live. Essential Occasions is last month's kit, 6 cards, totally different, which is kind of a different take on a kit. So instead of getting multiples, you get one of each for 6 cards. The paper bouquet kit, lots of fun always. 23 flowers. You're going to get the In Colors, the Cloud Cover, the Timid Tiger, Darling Duckling, Strawberry Slush, and Secret Sea is the centers of a lot of the flowers. Super pretty. 11 leaves, 23 flowers. Get this for your craft room so that you can have paper flowers in your craft room. The Loveliest Wishes kit that came out also is a white base with some pops of color. You can add more pops of color with ink blending or watercoloring or lots of other things you can do to it. Lucky Number game night is coming up. Super excited about that. It's the last Thursday of the month. It's going to be on the 22nd, so you guys have 3 weeks until it happens. If you want to register now, you can. I never did decide, what am I going to use? Let's try and figure it out right now. What do I want to use with this bundle? Let me just nail something down. Let's just do it. I'm gonna pick a bundle, I think, not a suite. So let me go to the bundles. I can't show you, but I can pick one. Let's see, what do we got bundle-wise? Bundles. Have you guys seen the two-tone cardstock yet? From the scrapbook brochures that we've had in the past. Amazing. I love those. I just happened to see the page that has those. What bundle do I want to use? I don't know. I probably will pick an online exclusive bundle, I'm thinking. Or maybe, why don't we use Terrific Toadstools? For those who didn't purchase that, you can get it. I don't know if I want that one, but I do love that, I wouldn't mind using the burger from, that's on the last chance list. I don't think that it will sell out right away. It's called Bistro Burger, and we could do like Father's Day, masculine, summer barbecue cards with that set. Maybe Bistro. I'm going to decide, but not today. I'm going to check inventory and see what it looks like on my side, and then I'll decide. But I think I'm kind of leaning towards the Bistro because I think part of it is discounted. It'll be a lot more inexpensive, and we can pull this game night off for a lot less money. So I think maybe let's go with that. I'm thinking yes. So let's do Bistro Burger for this, pending me to check that nothing's on like low inventory. Okay, if it's low inventory, I won't be able to get it done in time, but I think that will be fun. And I'm also going to be adding a monthly class this month, so check that out soon. I will have more information about that on Tuesday, and I will let you know then. And you have, if you don't know, I have an online store that has PDFs. I'm on a design team of 13 demonstrators, and I make a PDF every month with those demonstrators. 13 projects. They're amazing. We have former artisans and current artisans on our design team, and yeah, it's amazing. So go check out my PDFs. Also, I have Retired Product Store, so if you've never checked that out, now's your time. Oh, another thing that I forgot to talk about is that you will now start getting notifications when products are out of stock. So when you go to buy a product, if it says it's not available, you will be able to put in your email and be notified when it comes back in stock, which is fantastic. I love that. So it's an exciting announcement. It's going to happen probably next week or so. So when the new catalog goes live, I'm pretty sure it will be available. And so what will happen is, if a product is currently unavailable, a box is going to appear above the detail, product detail, where you can request an email notification if the product returns. And the feature is available for demonstrators, customers, guests. So if you're logged in as a demonstrator or customer and your email address will automatically populate in that box, you have the option to edit if you want to, and guests will need to enter their email address manually. But after your preferred email address is entered, you're going to check the box to agree to receive the notification email, and then you will get a confirmation email that includes the item number and the name of the product you signed up to be notified. Let's say you change your mind or you decide not to do it. You can unsubscribe from that notification in your email. There's a confirmation email and it has an unsubscribe button. So that way, if you decide, oh, I don't really want to be notified about this product anymore, that can happen as well. So when and if the product becomes available, you're going to get a single email notifying you that it's back in stock, and the email will include the item number, the name, the image of the product. And if the product sells out again, you'll need to sign up again to be notified. So if you, let's say it comes back in stock and then it quickly sells out, you'll have to re-sign up for that notification. But it's going to be in real time. So as soon as it's back in our inventory, you're going to get an email. So if you get the email and you go to the store, you can most definitely get it. I think it will be fantastic, and I love that they're starting to do that. It has been requested by us, the demo, for a long time, and I'm glad that they finally decided to do it. So, or that they finally had the time after setting up all the Stampin' Rewards and all that to put that into place. So pretty excited about that, guys. All right, so this is our card for You Are Remarkable. Isn't it so pretty? So it's a compilation of a lot of things. So we're using You Are Remarkable, which is a standalone stamp set. I'm using the wonky circles, which is what I like to call them, but they're actually around it all dies is what they're called. If you don't know anything about these, get them because they're super fun. And at first I was kind of like, I don't really want crooked circles, but they're actually very cool. So get them. And look how big they get, pretty large. So we're going to use I call them the wonky circles, but they're really called around it all dies. So I haven't put them on my magnetic sheet yet, but I will eventually. I'm also using the Last Chance embossing folder distress tile. This is the most gorgeous embossing folder, guys, and if you do not have that, get it before it's gone. I'm also using the Painted Stripes background. This is an online exclusive, and if you don't have it, it is amazing. And I'm also using Elements of Text, which is online exclusive. So these three items, actually, I think all of them, except for the distressed folder, are all online exclusives. So if you have not been checking out the online exclusives, do it. Look at what amazing products are there. This, I cannot say enough good things about Elements of Text. You Are Remarkable is a sleeper, and I think you need it. This Painted Stripes, you can do so many techniques with this stripe. It's amazing. Today, I'm just going to use it on the diagonal. And, of course, get the wonky circles, which is called Around It All Dies. So let me move all this stuff out of the way, and we will start making our card. Put that to the side. Okay. So for our card base, we have 8.5 by 5.5, and I have not scored it. So let me get my little scoreboard out. 4 1/4. And this is a white on white card, which I love white on white with pops of color. So we're going to join that together, grab our bone folder and burnish. Fantastic. All right. We are going to adhere a embossed layer with the distressed tile. It is 4 inches by 5 1/4, and it's just going to be flatly glued, but we're not going to glue it yet because we're going to put ribbon around it, but we're going to start putting things on this piece. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab, see this little scrap paper, and I'm going to use the Fresh Freesia, and I'm going to just distress the corners of the distressed tile with some little splattery splatters, some dark, some light, some stamped off, some not. I think it's really cool. And I wanted a little texture around this tile. So there it is, a little splattery texture, okay? So that part's done. I'm gonna clean my splatter. I'm gonna bring that out. We'll need that soon, but clean my splatter. Need to wet this soon. I'm gonna leave that out soon so I can do that. Okay, so the next thing is we're gonna grab our wonky circle. So what number wonky circle is it? I don't know. I don't remember. Let's look. Let's see. Oh, wrong side. Okay, I think it's this one. It is. So 1, 2, 3, 4. The 5th largest wonky circle is the white one. And then we have a Fresh Freesia one, which is the 4th smallest wonky circle. And this is what our sentiment is going to go on. Okay. So these are pretty awesome, guys. I can't wait to get them onto, instead of using this tape, I can't wait to get them onto magnetic sheets. I have to do that pretty soon because this is going to drive me crazy. All right, let's close that and put it away. So the 5th largest and the 4th smallest. Okay, so this one we're just going to stamp in basic black, and it says, "You are remarkable in every single way." I love that. And we're going to stamp that directly in the center. So pretty. And we're going to use the little splatter dots on this as well. Should have left them out, huh? Close this for right now. We'll stamp our flower in a few minutes. So we're going to splatter our little wonky circle. So just add a little, kind of some texture too. It's subtle, but it's there, okay? So pretty exciting. I'll leave this out for a second because we're gonna stamp our flower on our scrap piece of basic white with Memento Tuxedo Black. It's big, so I like to put it on like this. I like to ink it upside down when there are a larger stamp and a smaller ink pad. It just, to me, it's way easier. So we're going to go ahead and fit that on my little scrap piece that I just happened to have in my scrap pile. I don't know what size it is, so just use a scrap that fits your flower. And there it is. So pretty. Okay, now this one we're going to fussy cut out, but we're not going to color the leaves, and the only thing we're coloring is the center of this flower. And we are coloring it with Fresh Freesia, so that's why I needed to keep that open. All right, let me put that over there. And we have a center for our flower. and we're just gonna line it up, and I'm gonna stamp it a few times. I want it to be kind of dark. There we go. So there is the center. It will lighten as it fades, but that's it. We're gonna fussy cut that out in a minute. Let's just finish all of our stamping, and then we can assemble this little card together, okay? So on our, I'm gonna close this for a minute. On our wonky circle, okay, we're going to stamp our little stripes. So the way that I stamp the stripes is I put it together and then I just leave it attached inside. Instead of putting it on that huge block, why go through the trouble? Just leave it attached on the inside here. And all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some ink right while it's in my piece. I don't need to fill the whole thing because the circle is not as big as the whole background. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pop my circle in here, okay? And I'm gonna grab this scrap paper and I'm gonna put my hands over the top. And I'm just going to rub and make sure that that circle gets covered. And I think we're good now. Let's pull that off. Pull our circle off. And see? Pretty. And I'm going to use my chamois, and I'm just going to bring it right to my stamp and clean it right up. Isn't this awesome? So you don't even have to remove a background stamp from the case. It's pretty cool. All right, so that's it for that one. So now I'm going to stamp over the top. I want my my piece to be kind of diagonal. So I want it to be like that. And we're done with Fresh Freesia. So back to basic black or tuxedo black. I have the large circle from the text, elements of text. So you have a circular text, an up and down, which I've used in the past with the mixed florals. And I use the splatters. I'm not using the splatters today. Since You Are Remarkable had its own splatters, I went ahead and went with it. But I'm inking up the stamp. And we're going to stamp that. Bring this in. Right over our circle. And lift up. So there is our text over our stripe. So fun, guys. Let's clean our elements of text stamp. I do have to add some water to the chamois. It's getting kind of dry. All right. So we're done with that stamp. Move that out of the way. All right, so now before we assemble, we have all of our parts and pieces. This goes here. Let's go ahead and cut out our flower. I'm gonna grab my paper snips. And then the ribbon that I used was the vanilla and basic black. I just think it's so pretty. But I really like the flower in black and white with just that pop of color in the center. I think there's enough color going on in the background with that stripe and the text. And I think that it's quite beautiful just leaving it white. Have you guys ever thought to do that? Let me know in the comments if you've ever stamped a flower and just left it black and white. But I love that you can fill in with this particular stamp set. And to me, that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of this stamp set, is that you can choose to fill in any parts you want. So we have the center, we have the flower, and we have the leaves. And I just chose to fill the center, which I think is quite pretty. All right, we're working our way almost halfway. And like I say, when I fussy cut, I do get a little intricate with this particular set, and that's okay. So just do what works for you. If you don't want to, then don't. The better you get at fussy cutting, your intricacy level changes because you feel more confident at fussy cutting, and so you don't mind getting in real close. So I've been fussy cutting for a long time. I used to actually fussy cut with an X-Acto knife instead of a scissor. And I still do that when I do lettering and things like that. I still do old school stuff. But there's something relaxing to me about using a scissor and just rotating the paper back and forth, and then you're done with this really pretty final result. All right, we're almost around the whole flower. Then we just have to work our way down the other side of the leaves. I'm not gonna go deep into that crevice. I could, but I'm not going to today. I want there to be more support for the head of the flower. So I'm not going there, but I am gonna go down this intricate part here. I just wanted the head of the flower to have a little bit more support than just that tiny stem. So I'm leaving a little wider at the top. But feel free to go in there if you want to. If you put enough dimensionals, anything has support, so you're good to go. Right, Monica? Lots of dimensionals we use. I don't know how many Monica uses, but I use a lot. Monica likes to tease me about how many I use. That's why I say her name. This one here gets a little close and I have to cut away that paper, but then I'm gonna come back under again right here. It's hard to, I don't want to cut those leaves off because they're in the way. So sometimes you just shift your view and then you can come in. We're almost done. A few leaves left. I think that's one of the things that makes this flower so pretty is all the leaves that the artist drew. I think they make it extra pretty to have all these little leaves on it. I just really fell in love with this stamp set, and a lot of times the standalone stamp sets don't get a lot of love, but they're pretty awesome. People prefer the bundle so that they can die cut everything, but sometimes these ones are just little winners just waiting to be discovered, right? Like this one. All right, so let's throw this stuff away and finish our card. All right, so we are going to add our circle to our distress tile, our wonky circle. About that far down or so, and you want your text to be straight. So there it is. All right, we're going to attach our flower with some dimensionals, and yes, I will be using quite a few, so don't panic. No dimensionals were hurt in the making of this card. All right, minis next. They kind of fill in where the big guys can't fit, right? They're the heroes that fit into the tight spaces, the little guys. The little heroes. I'm gonna put these down here in the spots where they fit. All right, and now come the edges. I have a few edges here. I'm gonna put two of them. Well, I can if they don't stick to something else. All right, let's see what we got here. We got these two long pieces. I'm gonna put this one here on this flower. And this one, I think, might it be too long for that one? I'm gonna bring this down a little. It might fit. Yeah, fits right there. Okay, now onto the normal size edges. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's start with 4. The backings like to fall off of these when you cut them, so sometimes you have to stop and not cut as many. Fill them in. And you guys know I really like to put plenty dimensionals around my cards, but everybody's different. Do you? And I'm okay with it. All right, there's that one and one more. And then I have this little piece here that I need for that part that sticks out right there. And I have 2 shorties, so I'm going to grab 2 short pieces. These side edges are a little shorter, but I needed a little support right there. All right, and we're done. Let's peel them off and put them away. I'm also going to use some dimensionals for the smaller wonky circle for the word that's on there, but not yet. Not until we're done attaching all the pieces to the base. All right, it's sometimes harder to pull with a dimensional back with the take your pick tool on intricate things like this because you have to really hold, and if you don't get a good hold you can tear, so I try and be careful. Sometimes I will use my fingers, other times I will walk on the wild side. Looks like I missed a spot. You notice this when you start pulling the backs off. All right. One small one. Oops, I pulled off too much cover. There we go. There we go. Get that back off. All right, so we're gonna attach our little flower next. So let's hold it and put it about right there on the side. You want some of the side to show and then some of this more on this side. So right there is good. Okay, now we're gonna tie our ribbon. And once we do that, we'll be ready to go. So this side here is going to get a piece of ribbon that's going to attach, and then this side here is going to get a ribbon that is going to attach. And so I'm going to use my seal to attach my ribbon in place on the back of this piece. Okay, so we're just going to add some spots right there. Just make sure they're across from each other on the back side, which they are, okay? And then you can bring that around the front. And since this one's longer, let me see the measurements. I don't remember, so I can give you the measurements. 6 inches and 4.5, okay? So 10.5 total, 6 inches and 4.5. And then you will tie your little knot over here. And then you can glue this piece down, And then we'll add the smaller wonky circle. So I'm gonna tie a pretty piece there. All right, and let's attach it to our card. So you can use seal or wet adhesive. I have the seal on my desk, so I'm just gonna use it. I do use it, but not as much as the wet glue. All right, so we'll add this down. There we go. We're gonna trim these edges of our ribbon. This ribbon is so beautiful. I love a check though, or a plaid, so for me, I'm a little biased. All right, so now we're gonna add our sentiment. Let's grab that, and I need to get my, oops, let me put my seal away. All right. Let's grab our take your pick tool and our, so this is going to sit here, and I don't mind that the ribbon is flat at that portion on this side, so we're just gonna add some large dimensionals. Like that. And let's bring our, all right. So here is our sentiment. So beautiful. And I didn't add embellishments, but you certainly could. I would probably add black ones. They're really, this is so pretty. I love it. Tell me what you think of this card. It wasn't that hard to pull out, do you think? Pretty good. Pretty pleased with it. Let me grab our products that we used today. Elements of text, painted stripes, wonky circles, distress tile embossing folder. And you are remarkable. I hope that you enjoyed this project, and I will see you on Tuesday, which, by the way, is the first day to order from the new catalog. If anyone needs a new catalog, let me know. I'd love to be your demonstrator. Just reach out and I'd be happy to put one in the mail to you. And for those of you who are already my customers, you can purchase from the new catalog starting on Tuesday, but don't forget, Friday and Saturday, you get double Stampin' rewards, 20% back on what you purchase. So if you want some products from the last chance list, it's the perfect time to do it. I will see you guys next time. This is Kelly with Inky Handsome Hearts. Happy stamping!